Hey guys, sorry I'm speaking Earthwalker Primitive. If you never used cattail fluff to start a fire, that's what I just want to discuss a little bit about in this video. You can use these as a tinder for starting a fire with a spark very easily, or as an accelerant in a bird's nest if you have a coal. But there's a couple things that if you've never done it before, you might have a failure or whatnot. First off, you can't just use it as is. It's not going to light up. If I were to try to light this, there's no spark. It's lighting that up. It has to be processed. Now, when you go to process this, what I've seen some people try before and do, and it didn't work out well, is they'll take some of it and they'll leave it bunched up. They'll think that's going to light. Now that might light the outside of it, but the inside is not going to burn. It's not really going to give you a flame. Another thing I've seen people do is they make their tinder, they make their bird's nest, which is, imagine my hands, the bird's nest, and they'll pack it down in there in the center of it, expecting that that's going to just woof and light up and catch a flame. Can happen, but it could be difficult. Alright, the reason is it's all compressed. When it's compressed, there's no air, there's no oxygen getting around it to allow it to ignite. When you go to process your cattail, the more you have at one time, the better, because what you want to do is you want to get it fluff. I mean, if this is the only dry material you have, you want to get the maximum usage out of it. And you can see how it's real fluffy. I can break it apart, see how that expands. There's a lot of seed, a lot of fluff in a cattail. It looks all nice and compact when it's on the stick, but once you break it apart and you fluff it up, it is huge. And that's what you want. You want a nice big fluffy pile. There's a lot of air in there, okay? So when I light this, there's going to be more flame and more combustion going on than it would be if I just left it like that, packed down in the middle of a fire, or middle of a tinder bundle. So we want to get the maximum usage of this fluff. So I would have a nice big pile like this, because now the outside's instantly going to just go up in flames, but then the inside is going to start burning as well, because there was enough heat. There was enough instantaneous heat to start burning the rest of it that's on the inside. Then I would have, all my dry grasses and other tinder materials around it, kind of holding it in place, and above it to help catch that on fire. So we're just going to go ahead and demonstrate this. If you've never used a cattail fluff, or you've never seen it done before, that's why I'm doing this. I know a lot of people have used this. I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence or anything like that, or say that my way is better or anything. I'm just demonstrating it for anybody who has never used it before. The wind would stop blowing. So we'll go ahead and just light this. Now you see how quick that went? If you just had a little tiny pile, that whole little tiny pile would be gone and you'd be left without a fire. But when you fluff it up real big, and you got a big pile with all that air and that oxygen, it's going to burn for a while. And if you're sitting there now, you can get your tinder and your small grasses and whatnot in there on top of it and start catching them. If you're running out of a little bit of flame, you can just move it around a little bit, open it up some, get some more oxygen in there, and it'll keep them burning. This will burn for a little bit, for that little bit of fluff. It'll sit here and burn, so if you're trying to work some grasses in there and get your tinder bundle all set, but now if I had that all compact, it would not burn that way. It's fun stuff to play with. Great fire starter if you use it properly. If you process it down and you fluff it up, it's a great way to help you start a fire. But like I said, a lot of people have that problem, is they'll have their tinder bundle made up, and they'll have a good tinder bundle, but it might be not completely dry or not be able to take a spark very easily. But then they'll take that fluff and they'll pack it down inside there. They'll pack it down inside to where it won't have enough air or oxygen in it to light and ignite up. Okay, I'm not left-handed, obviously. So that was just a quick little demonstration, a little bit of talk about using cattail fluff as a tinder for starting fires. And there's still some unburnt in there too. I'm sorry, speaking from Earthwalk Primitive. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.